By the time most people turn 65, they've already been living with joint pain for years, and often their daily meals are unknowingly making things worse. A 2022 study published in Arthritis and Rheumatology found that certain foods can significantly increase inflammation in people over 60, even if they seem healthy. That's why today I'm breaking down the 7 worst foods for arthritis, and what to eat instead so you can regain control of your joints, your movement, and your independence. If you're here, you've already made a smart decision. You're not just managing symptoms, you're looking for the root cause. And that's exactly what we do here. I'm a holistic health educator who works specifically with older adults to improve joint health, energy, and mobility using natural and sustainable approaches. In this video, I'll also reveal one so-called arthritis-friendly food that could actually be making your pain worse. You don't want to miss that. Now let's get started with what arthritis really is and why food plays such a major role. Arthritis is inflammation of the joints. It causes pain, stiffness, and swelling, especially in the hands, knees, and hips. Over time, it can limit your ability to walk, cook, garden, or even hold a coffee cup. And here's the thing. Arthritis isn't just a natural part of aging. Yes, joints wear down over time, but chronic inflammation speeds up the damage. Conventional medicine often relies on painkillers or steroids, which may bring temporary relief, but they do little to slow the disease or address the actual cause. Meanwhile, your daily meals may be pouring fuel on the fire without you even knowing it. Let's break down what's really happening inside your body. Your immune system, as you age, becomes less efficient at resolving inflammation. When you eat certain trigger foods, your gut lining may weaken, allowing inflammatory compounds to leak into the bloodstream, a condition known as leaky gut. This contributes to systemic inflammation and autoimmune reactions, which can worsen arthritis symptoms. Now let's talk about the worst offenders, starting with number 1. Refined sugar. Refined sugar, found in cookies, sodas, pastries, and even low-fat yogurts, triggers the release of inflammatory messengers called cytokines. Sugar also spikes insulin, which can further promote joint swelling. Try switching to natural sweeteners like stevia, monk fruit, or raw honey in moderation. Within a week, many people report reduced morning stiffness. 2. Processed meats. Sausages, hot dogs, bacon, and deli meats contain advanced glycation end products, also called AGEs. These compounds directly increase oxidative stress in the joints. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that high AGE levels were linked to more severe arthritis symptoms. Try plant-based proteins or clean animal sources like pasture-raised beef, pasture-raised chicken, or wild-caught salmon instead. 3. Fried foods. Fried chicken, French fries, and even crispy onion rings. These foods are loaded with trans fats and omega-6 oils that fuel inflammation. Instead, bake or air fry using coconut oil, avocado oil, or ghee. These healthier fats can actually calm the inflammation process. 4. Dairy products. This one surprises many people. For some seniors, conventional cow's milk triggers inflammatory responses, especially if there's an underlying lactose intolerance. Switching to anti-inflammatory options like A2 milk, which lacks a specific inflammatory protein, can make a noticeable difference. 5. Refined grains. White bread, pasta, and rice have had their fiber stripped away, which raises blood sugar quickly and adds to inflammatory load. Whole grains like quinoa, local brown rice, or buckwheat are better tolerated and offer nutrients that support joint repair. 6. Vegetable oils. Canola, corn, soybean, and sunflower oils are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which promote inflammation when not balanced with enough omega-3s. Many people cook with these oils daily without realizing the damage. Switch to extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or even coconut oil for better joint support. 7. Artificial additives. This includes preservatives, flavor enhancers like MSG, and food dyes, all of which may disrupt the immune system and worsen inflammation in sensitive individuals. Reading labels is key. If you can't pronounce an ingredient, your joints probably can't either. Now here's that surprising one I mentioned earlier. Many arthritis diets recommend nightshade vegetables, like tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants, because they're rich in nutrients. But for some people, these foods can actually worsen joint pain due to a compound called solanine. It doesn't affect everyone, but if you've tried everything and still have pain, try cutting nightshades out for 2 weeks and see if symptoms improve. You might be wondering, how do I apply all this without getting overwhelmed? Start by doing a 7-day food journal. Write down what you eat and when your joint pain flares up. Look for patterns. Then, choose just one of the foods we mentioned and swap it for a better option. Gradually build up from there. If you live with others who don't eat this way, try preparing your own anti-inflammatory batch meals. Soups, stews, and smoothies are great choices. And always talk to your healthcare provider before making big dietary changes, especially if you're on medications that interact with potassium, vitamin K, or blood sugar levels. Here's the key takeaway I want to leave you with. Your joints are not broken. They are simply reacting to years of low-grade inflammation. And the right foods can help you calm that fire naturally, without harsh drugs or side effects. This approach is different because it's not about masking pain. It's about rebuilding your health from the inside out, so you can move with more freedom, sleep better, and enjoy the things you love without constantly reaching for another pill. Let's quickly recap what we've covered today. First, certain foods, like refined sugars, processed meats, fried items, dairy, refined grains, vegetable oils, and artificial additives, may be silently fueling your arthritis. Second, even so-called healthy foods like nightshades could be a hidden trigger for some people. And third, switching to an anti-inflammatory eating pattern doesn't require a complete overhaul overnight. Just one small, consistent change can start to reverse years of wear and tear. Now, I know making dietary changes in your 60s or 70s can feel overwhelming. Many of us grew up on white bread, buttered toast, and meatloaf dinners. But here's the truth. You're not too old to heal. Your body still responds to good nutrition. In fact, a study from Tufts University showed that older adults who adopted an anti-inflammatory diet saw improvements in joint function and reduced pain in just 12 weeks. Even if you've had arthritis for decades, your body is constantly rebuilding tissue. Your joints may not be brand new, but they can become more flexible, less painful, and more resilient with the right inputs. And that's what functional medicine is all about, giving your body what it needs to repair itself. If you're caring for a loved one, these changes are just as powerful. Imagine helping your parent or partner walk farther, sleep better, or simply get through the day without wincing every time they stand up. Here's what I recommend for your next step. 1. Pick one inflammatory food from the list and eliminate it for 10 days. 2. Track your symptoms, especially morning stiffness, swelling, or flare-ups. 3. Add in more anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens, wild-caught salmon, turmeric, and olive oil. 4. Notice how your body responds. Small changes, done consistently, will create momentum. And if a flare-up happens, don't be discouraged. Healing isn't always a straight line. Your body is relearning what balance feels like. Give it the time and nourishment it deserves. Before we close, let me leave you with this. You are not powerless against arthritis. You have options. You have wisdom. And most importantly, you have a choice. Every time you sit down to eat, choose foods that love your joints back. Your journey to pain-free living doesn't start in a pharmacy. It starts in your kitchen. Now, if you found this helpful, there's another video waiting for you on the screen. Healthy Eating Food Lists for Seniors. In that video, I walk you through a full day of anti-inflammatory meals, simple recipes, easy prep, and joint-friendly ingredients that won't break the bank. Click on that video now to keep your progress going. And if you want more natural tips for staying active, independent, and pain-free at any age, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.